How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. A very exciting episode for you today. We're going to be discussing Cardano, and I think everybody is waiting for Shelly and really anticipating this Q1 development of Cardano. I know that I am, and I think when we look over, Tron has its thing going on with the mainnet. Ripple XRP has its thing happening with XRapid, and of course, we're all looking forward to seeing Cardano really flexing its muscles and giving us something to look forward to as far as Shelly. And so Q1 Shelly, the March of time, this article right here was pretty interesting. I think it's a good way to start off the video. So the March of time is restless, and as we're just entering 2019, yada yada, the Cardano community. So let's get right into it. What's exciting about Shelly? Cardano will be 50 to 100 times more decentralized than competitors. Now, like EOS, BTC, ETH, Cardano will have the best code quality of any cryptocurrency ever made, which can be proven. And of course, we're looking at multiple different things. There are three dimensions to the Shelly release, which is, of course, IOHK has designed and created prototypes of a new family of protocols. So with all these different things happening with Cardano, it's certainly important to point out something along the lines of the history of cryptocurrency. Now, of course, we had Bitcoin, which was in retrospect the introduction of digital gold, Bitcoin being a household name because it was the first to the field, which is, of course, important and noteworthy. And then we build upon that with the age of Ethereum, the smart contracts and so forth. And I think the next logical step would be something like Cardano. And of course, we've seen so many things happening with Charles Hodgkinson and the development of Cardano, the team really putting an emphasis on making a name for themselves when it comes to the academic space. Now, whether or not you're a person who puts much stock in academics, I think that it is fully relevant when we talk about mass adoption. When we're going to talk about something so integral to what cryptocurrency needs to mesh with society, and definitely Cardano has the foresight to be able to create the sort of preparations that are necessary along the way. I'm accepting the fact that Cardano hasn't necessarily done too much in the line of the real world thus far, which is why I'm particularly excited to be seeing what's going to happen with Shelly, especially in this market. With the 122, we're being essentially crypto moving sideways. So I want to take a look at the live value of Cardano, and I want to talk about this candlestick right here that we were seeing kind of earlier in the 24-hour chart right here. And there's been a lot of analysis that's basically been people have been echoing the idea that this trend that we're beginning to see developing with the beginning half of 2019 we can pretty much expect to see this trend all the way through 2019. Now, I don't necessarily see that as too plausible, but I think that we will probably be seeing a lot more of the same. Now, that being said, the fact that Cardano is demonstrating this candle right here, but then of course we sort of lost any progress that we made at that point and essentially returned to an equilibrium, and now we're starting to see another candle starting to develop right here. And with Cardano's price being what it is, I would say that if Cardano can maintain itself at these levels, if we could see Cardano at that 5-cent mark, obviously we saw a little bit earlier in the week Cardano broke that 5 cent, but then was dragged down, which wasn't necessarily due in part to any individual crypto. I would say that that was essentially the entire market has been impacted, and it's not Cardano's fault in a case like that when every single crypto is being decimated by realistically events that are outside of our control. Something else that I think is important to pay attention to is this Cryptopia hack, and this is definitely something that's made a lot of people turn a blind eye to a lot of the developments that have been happening in the background. Of course, what we were witnessing happening involving Ethereum and a lot of the various different aspects of market manipulation are, of course, important to pay attention to. And of course, this piece of news right here: Bitcoin giant Grayscale bolster in institutional offerings and launches Stellar Lumens Trust, which is also another important thing to bring up in the line of mass adoption, which is also something that I think is important to bring up. So when we want to talk about a technology like Cardano and exactly what they aim to do, I mean, it's important to just take into consideration the entire legacy of what crypto is actually going to be bringing to the space. I mean, of course, Shelly in Q1 is going to be big as far as proving that Cardano has the credentials to move forward. And I have a lot of confidence in Cardano. I'm glad that I got in early because once things finally start off, I mean, things get going, it's going to be pretty hard to find an entry point, especially with, I mean, the tendency with cryptocurrencies that things move sideways until they don't anymore. And then, of course, people are usually tending to FOMO in. And this is part of what I was talking about as far as, I mean, meeting these different resistance levels. I mean, this pretty much draws out exactly what I was talking about pretty nicely. You know, if Cardano can revisit the 5 cent mark, it could be a blast off from that point. You know, we could in fact return, I mean, to this level right here, which is of course not exactly a huge deal. I mean, the 7 cent mark would be nice to see for Cardano, but of course, I know a lot of you out there are waiting to see like $1 value on Cardano, which is of course something that we're all looking forward to, but it's going to take a lot of various different developments in the space, and of course a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of these different cryptos need to experience, you know, as far as the altcoins, I think we need to see a lot of these different alts just getting smited off the map completely before we're going to be seeing the overall bull run that's going to take us to the stage of mass adoption. But of course, Cardano, I would say, is well ahead of the game in what they've been trying to do. And it is commendable to see how Cardano, you know, the blockchain 3.0 and all these different things, I think that it is something to be said, and a lot of people have been drawing this similar map. But of course, I mean, there are going to be various different entry points along the way. And then another thing, I mean, of course, we always talk about this, you know, the Wyoming governor giving blockchain its due, which is also important, something to pay attention to. And of course, 2019 Ripple XRP, year of Wall Street. I think that this is the year, 2019 will be the year of seeing the institutions like Wall Street giving cryptocurrency its due. I think long gone are the days when cryptocurrency was relatively an underground thing, and now we're experiencing a time when the establishment is going to be very much attempting to get their foot in the door in a big way, which does have its pros and its cons, but it is something to pay attention to, and I'm going to include it in this video just because it's important nonetheless. 2017 was relatively the year of people speculating on price action. I think that 2018 was the year of people paying attention to what these cryptos are actually going to do in real life, which is something that definitely played into, for example, Cardano's favor. What with the action plan, the roadmap that Cardano is basically posited is something that does mesh with the real world, which I think a lot of cryptos fail to actually see the potential that's on the horizon, but Cardano is always, time and time again, set itself aside from the herd as a crypto that has an idea of the capacity of things that are actually going to be possible. And so, but I'm going to make the argument here that 2019 is the year of like Wall Street and all these different big institutions paying attention and getting themselves positioned correctly in the cryptocurrency space, and it's going to be setting off an interesting way for any crypto that's got itself all set up. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Shelly. We're going to be talking about the overall cryptocurrency space and what we can expect to see that as far as a lot of these different developments. And of course, when we talk about Q1 of 2019, it's important to play into a lot of these different analysis. And of course, when Cardano really does get up and moving, these things are going to be readily in people's faces like never before. So all that being said, you guys, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Obviously, this video is just my opinion. Obviously, this video is not advice or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys are interested, you can connect with us on Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber. And of course, comment down below letting us know what you think. But overall, my opinion on Cardano is pretty positive. I'm expecting to see some interesting action as things continue to move forward in this space. Obviously, there's so much news that's been developing. It's hard to keep up, but we'll definitely work to keep you guys updated and making these daily cryptocurrency videos. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And all that being said, I hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, stay relevant. Have a good one.